Salam, salam from my neck of the woods. How you guys doing? Happy Sunday. We're finally in the month of March, and I wanted to do a quick hair video just to kind of give my, you know, the progress with my hair journey so far. So the last time we talked about hair, I was doing a hair tutorial talking about doing mini braids. And mini braids are really like amazing. And I found that they really work well for me. But the problem is, I'll link the video down in the description box and maybe in the comments. I'll pin it in the comments. But you can find it on my channel. And I just wanted to say that that size, it took me longer than it took me to install them. It took me longer to undo it because I didn't want to damage my hair. So that size is extremely small. And I have a lot of hair. I think I have dense. Yeah. I don't know why I just thought of dense population. But I have a lot of hair. And so like I thought that me doing a smaller size would make them look better. But I'm finding out that that may not be the case because I can't spend that much time with the takedown process. So yeah, I decided I'll have just an honest um I have an honest approach to this hair thing because I cannot be here advocating for things which are not working for me. So I just wanted to tell anybody who wants to join the mini braid hair challenge for 2025, don't do the extremely small ones because mini braids are amazing, but don't do the extremely small ones because they're going to be so hard for you to undo. So that's one. Also, I told you in the previous video, I think there's a video I did where I told you that I had just watched. Wow! My Nyeri Kiko is coming out. Watched. I had just washed my hair. And I think that's also another thing. Like, when you wash your hair, it makes your, unless you're going to do like a really deep moisturizing thing to help your hair have moisture and like a lot of like, it definitely makes your hair brittle, and so it may be susceptible to breakage when you're doing that. Because hey, but it's not like the very first time. Like the very very first time when I did mini braids last year, I think I had so much, my hair broke so much. Like when I was undoing it, I would come out with like so many strands of hair. I was even shocked. But, and it doesn't happen. It's not the same. I don't think it happens with mini twists as much. So I don't think it happens as much with mini twists. So, um, yeah, so that's my honest review. As you can see, the process, let me just give you a breakdown of what I did to help me out with the process. And I think the Holy Ghost is always putting me on game because sometimes I wonder, how do I know these things? Because like before I got locks, before I had my locks installed, I had locks for 7.5 years. So before I did that, this is not what I used to do when I used to plait my hair before. And I was an adult, so it's not like I was a child. So I wonder, like, where is all this, you know, knowledge coming from? And of course, when you have locks, it's not the same way because you don't actually undo them. So, but this time, um, I really had to use a lot of. There's a leave-in conditioner I'm going to show you. It's very different. It's water-based, and it's very good for both dreads and, yeah, for anybody who has locks and for anybody who has just natural hair. It's extremely effective. It's very moisturizing. It's nice. It smells good. So I'm going to show you that. But I used that, and I also used this hair pomade that I have. I don't know if hair pomade is the same as hair grease because I didn't want to use oil. So it was like really nice. It makes your hair really smooth. Like when you're braiding, I use that as well to braid, but I don't use that on my scalp. I use oil on my scalp, but for my hair, I used that, and it really helped me to just kind of smoothen the process. And my hair was really, I would say it helped my hair to kind of like unravel easily. Yeah. So and then so I used so what I would do is, let's say this is the section of hair that I want to undo. Let's say this is the mini braid. So I would spray it down with the leave-in conditioner first, not water, the leave-in conditioner. And then because I think water, as you can see, my hair gets frizzy really fast. So water would not help with that. So I would spray it down with the leave-in conditioner, or spray like a whole section, let's say like this, and then just put them up in a small bun and then go chomoaing every braid on its own. And then I'd take my hair pomade, I'd apply it on the whole shaft of the mini braid, and then I'd start undoing, and that made the process so much easier. And then when I'd be done, I didn't want my hair to be open because, as I said, it took me a long time. So I'd take a section like this, still sprayed down with the with the leave-in conditioner, and then I'd also apply the hair pomade and just do a braid. And guys, do you know I didn't even wash my hair again because I'm not ready to do it yet. As I said, I'm going to have a new style. Maybe I'm going to do, what are they called? Box braids. I'm planning to do box braids, knotless box braids. So before I do that, I don't want to like overdo what I'm doing with my hair because I knew I had to style my hair for church. So I didn't actually wash my hair again. The last time I washed it was like 3 weeks ago, and I washed it when I had the mini braids during Valentine's Day that week. And so now it's March. It's the first week of March. Today is March 2nd. So it's not even is it how many weeks? It's not even 20 days in yet. It's not 3 weeks in yet. It's just a few days over 2 weeks. So I think my hair is pretty clean. But yeah, it didn't have any build up, as you can see. It didn't have any build up. It didn't have a lot of like the stuff that just stays, like when you plait your hair and you keep spraying it and you keep applying oil and stuff on it. There's these things that form at the end here. It didn't have a lot of that build up. So I just decided, I'm going to rock it like that. And because of the braids that I did when I was undoing my hair, and I'd put a section like this, and I would just, so that it wouldn't get frizzy and I wouldn't have a hard time to untangle it. Now this is the results. So this is actually a lazy mini braid that I did, but I love the results. I think I'm going to show you. I love the definition. I'm going to show you, and I think it's like 3 days, maybe 3 days. Maybe 3 days. Yeah, I stayed with the braids for 3 days. So yeah, that's what got me the definition and whatever. But so I'm done with the first quarter because I said my challenge was I'm going to try to incorporate this style, the mini braid style, but I can't do it every time. So I did it in January, and it has helped me through February, because I think the whole month of February I had mini braids. But now in March, I'm going to do knotless braids because I want to switch it up just a little bit and protect my hair, just kind of have it, gone for a little bit. I don't want to keep seeing it all the time. And then I want to be surprised with the growth when I take down the braids. That's so exciting. So also the length of my hair, as you can see, my hair is getting really long. Like that's because I haven't done anything to it. I haven't blow dried it. I haven't done it. I haven't straightened it. So when it's stretched out, that's how long it is. So I'm really loving that. And then I think I'm going to do the mini braids again in the next quarter. That's from April, May, June. I'm going to have another installation there. And this time I'm not going to have them as, I think this size is good. The one that I had, hey, imenitesa, man. It gave me so much trouble with the takedown process. So I'm not ready to do that. But I think I like this size. So you see, this size. I think when I do this size, it will, they might be like 50, because I was telling my mom, I was like, I'm just going to section my hair from here, like this. I'll have 25 on this side, 25 on this side. I'm never doing small braids again. They gave me so much trouble, but I think this size is good. But also, I think if I give myself that target of 25, 25, that will still be okay. If they end up at 60, that's still okay, but I think 25 is pretty good. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say. What else? I have really nothing else to say. I just wanted to do a hair check-in on this journey, and then yeah, that's all. I thought that I'd come here and I'd have so much to say, but yeah, that's all I have to say. So guys, if you want to join the mini braid challenge, what I really want is to see how far and how healthy my hair is at the end of this year. Because the the good thing about having mini braids, and even knotless braids or any type of braids, any protective hairstyle, is just to leave your hair alone. But now you see, when you want to style it and maybe you have a thing, maybe it's your birthday or you have an event that's coming up and you plan for it and you take down the mini braids, your hair really shows you how healthy it is. I just want you to see, guys, like I can finally, like, pull it up in this little nini, and then it's actually, I just want you to see, like, it's actually a style. And I actually got this from Pinterest. That's another thing that I'm loving. Like, I just go there and I just look at the natural hairstyles that they have, and that's what I copy. So it's not boring. The essence of this challenge is to help your hair grow without you always having your hand in your hair all the time, because when you do the braids, you leave them alone. The only thing that you keep doing is maybe moisturizing only, and moisturizing and oiling your scalp. You don't keep touching your hair, and so you allow it to grow and do its own thing. Also, um I'm not using heat. I don't blow dry my hair. I haven't blow dried my hair since January of 2024, because I had a thing and I needed to plait my hair, so I needed to go to the salon. So I went there, and that's the last time I blow dried my hair. I haven't done that since January. And as you can see, when you have, my hair is not tangled. As you can see, my hair is actually not tangled. It's not, because you don't need to blow dry to detangle it. The only thing you need is when you wash it, especially with a moisturizing shampoo. Though I also like to use a clarifying shampoo. Though I think I'll show you the shampoo that I use in this. I use a shampoo bar from Bouquet. Bouquet, I think it's a code name for like Buy Kenya. So I've been using it for since 2017. Yeah, and it's been really, like, I've been so consistent with it. It's the only shampoo that I use. If I run out, I use the bar soap. I'm not telling you to do this, but the bar soap is what I use for my skin, because I feel like it's a gentle cleanser. The Menengai bar soap, you know it. That's what I use for my skin, because I feel like it's a gentle cleanser. I don't use the same soap that I use for my body, for my face, because I feel like I have combination skin, I have acne prone skin, so I have to control the oil and stuff. But actually, let me just put you on. When I used to go to my grandmother's, and that's what most of them use there. And I would find out, like, if I would go there for like 5 days and use the soap for 5 days, my skin would be so clear. So I started to think, maybe this is what I need to adopt. So if the thing, I feel like if I can use it for my face, I can use it for my hair. So if I don't use the hydrating shampoo from Bouquet, I usually just use that, and then I'll really focus on hydrating my hair and making sure that it's moisturized and oiling it after that. So, yeah, so after you have done that, you use the oil. My hair routine is it's very like simple. After you wash your hair, I attempt to detangle it in the shower because I usually wash my hair when I have small braids. Like I might have three on this side and three on this side. I don't have my open hair because it's a lot of work and I don't want my hair to tangle in the shower. So I just wash it. I undo each braid, I wash, then I kind of twist it. I don't braid it, I twist it because it's easier to just, And then I do the other one, I scrub, I do my thing, I do it. And then at the end, I just open them up. I wash my whole head. I make sure I rinse thoroughly, but I'm not, doing this because I don't want to tangle my hair. And then when I'm done, I'll get out of the shower and I'll go and immediately I put on the leave-in conditioner and then I put on a little bit of oil and I put it into braids immediately. When it starts to dry, when it's already dried, then I take it down and now I can try to comb it. But most of my detangling, I do it in the shower. Sometimes I use a comb, sometimes I don't. So I don't like to use like instruments to undo my hair, because I feel like that's what really gives me the clumps of my hair that end up on my hand. So it's pretty simple. It's not very interesting. It's probably nothing new, but when you do less things to your hair, and this is what I learned from having locks for so long, when you do less things to your hair and you just leave it and let it do what it does, as long as you're moisturizing it, you're also eating well. I'm not really big on giving myself scalp massages, but I think that also helps. So if you're able to do that, also do that. But just leaving it alone and letting it do its own thing, I think that will do wonders. It did wonders for my hair when I had locks. I had back length hair. I never had any one of my locks falling off. It never split. Like some split and you find like here, now the rest of it wants to fall off. And you find people putting knots over here just to try to save it. My hair never split. My hair never fell. My my roots were thick. The shaft was healthy. Like if I can show you even the pictures that I used to have, my hair was healthy. And all I used to do is shampoo. When it's time to shampoo, don't overwash your hair. Oil it and moisturize it with simple things. Leave-in conditioner and oil. That's it. And then leave it alone. Just let it do what it does. So if you want to join this challenge, that's really the essence. If you want a stress-free lifestyle, just when you wake up and you just put your hair up in a bun or you just leave it like that and you go about your day, please join this challenge. It will help you so much. I also can advocate for the mini twists because I do them a lot, and maybe I'll do them in the next quarter because now I want to do the what? I want to do the knotless braids because I haven't done them for a long time. I think I haven't done them since July of last year, which is a really long time. It's been more than 6 months. I've just been doing mini twists, and now this year I did mini braids. So I think in the next quarter I might do mini twists and the mini braids, and then in the fourth quarter, because it's about leaving your hair alone. In the fourth quarter, we'll find out when we get there. But mostly I want to do mini twists in July because I feel like it's really cold and I feel like I don't want to keep touching my hair. And I feel like if I have the knotless braids, I don't know, I don't want my hair to get frizzy and then I have to undo it because the knotless braids, that's the thing. And that's why I want to only do it for a month because I know that it won't serve me for long. My hair unravels quickly. And so even the front just unravels quickly. And because I know that, but with the mini twists, nobody really cares. The roots can be thick. You almost look like you have dreadlocks, but nobody really cares. So that's what I really want to do for the next quarter from April, May, June. Yeah, I want to do those 2 styles, and then maybe in July I might repeat the mini twists. I'm talking just so that I can add the minutes. Let me go. So I'm going to wish you a happy new month. I hope you're meeting your goals at the end of this month, and I'm going to say that in the next video. We are going to do a recap. Not a recap, just a check-in. Are we meeting our goals? Are we doing the things that we said in January that we're going to do? Because this is the last month of this quarter. And so the year is really chasing us. So financially, are you doing that? With your hair, with your health, mentally, spiritually? Are you growing? Like, for example, I'm not going to say that because I'll say that at the end. There are things I have been slacking on, but finally this month I'm going to do them because I promised myself that I was going to do them. And so it's not even about pleasing people. Even the hair thing, it's not so that I can flex on people. It's things that I want to do for myself. I want to keep those promises to myself. And you can start with something small like I'll drink water, 1 glass of water every morning when I wake up. That definitely helps you. It adds to your hydration throughout the day. Because for people like me, I can totally forget and I can go for like a whole day without drinking water. And then I'll start getting dehydrated and I'll wonder why. But it's because of that. So start keeping small promises to yourself, and then yeah, I think we'll win. This year we are winning. The Lord is with us. The Lord has gone before us. Let me just leave you with this verse. Today at church we were given this verse. It's Isaiah 45 from verse 1 to 5. And I think it says, let me just read it for you. I haven't even gone to the house yet. Still have my tiny little Bible here. So Isaiah 45 from verse 1 to 5. As we begin this new quarter, I just want to encourage you with this word because this is what was used to, really encourage us today. And I just want to share that with you guys. And it says, thus says the Lord to his anointed, to Cyrus, whose right hand I have holden. This is the King James. So whose right hand I have held, to subdue nations before him, and I will loose the loins of kings, to open before him the two-leaved gates, and the gates shall not be shut. Verse 2, I will go before thee. So these are the declarations that, I want to make upon each and everyone who encounters this video. So may the Lord hold your right hand. That means you have guidance. You're not leading yourself. You're not confused. You're not lost. In this season and in this quarter, even as we come to the end of this quarter, the Lord is holding your hand, your right hand, to subdue nations before you, to open before you the two-leaved gates, so no gates will be shut before you. Everywhere you go, you have access. So number 1, you have the guidance of the Lord. Number 2, everywhere you go, you have access. Number 3, and the power to subdue kings. And when you talk about kings, it's people in power, because the level of King Cyrus was he was also a king. So the people that he was going up against is not just mere mortals, it's people who are in power, authorities. So to subdue is to, I think you know what to subdue is. So God is giving you the power and authority to come up against whatever you're going against that is up to your level, or that is basically what I'm trying to say is that whatever challenge that you have, the Lord is going to help you to rise to that challenge, to rise to the level of that challenge. Because 1, he's guiding you, he's holding your hand. 2, he has given you that power. Number 3, you have access. The two-leaved gates are open to you, and they shall not be shut. Number 4, the Lord is going before you. so nothing can stand before you. He's making the crooked places straight. He's breaking in pieces the gates of brass, everything that has been a hindrance. Like, I think you can relate. If there is a level that you've ever reached and you just can't get past that level, that's an iron gate. That's an iron gate, you know? Those are the gates of brass. The gates of brass and the bars of iron. The bars of iron, like in prison, the bars of iron. So those things that stand as a hindrance and stand as like a demarcation from, from where you are to the next place, so that you don't have, because we have already been told that the two lift gates have been opened. Now, any hindrance that has been holding you back, just believe and trust that with this new season, the Lord is going before you, and the Lord is going to make the crooked places straight, the things that you couldn't truly understand or couldn't truly, because anything that is crooked makes everything harder to do. But when something is straight, it's simple to do. So, just know that the Lord is going before you. Number 3, the Lord will give you the treasures of darkness and hidden riches in secret places, that thou mayest know that He, the Lord, is the one who calls you by your name. So that's it. I know it's supposed to be a hair video, but just know when you come on this channel, you're going to get some church. You cannot go without either a prayer or a word, because this is the life-giving word of God, and prayer is communion with God, and God is the center of what we do here. So we have to involve Him in everything. So, yeah, you could also pray. If you're struggling with your hair, let me tell you, there's nothing I haven't prayed for. Like, there was a time I used to struggle with belly fat. And it was to the point because I've always been relatively smaller, you know. I play within the 50 something range of kilos. Whenever I've been high, it's just been 2. I've only been 62. I've never gone past that. So and when I'm very heavy, I'm around almost 60. And when I'm very light, I'm around almost 50. So my weight goes, since I became an adult, my weight goes around that. But I had really stubborn belly fat. And I remember this was 2 years ago, 2021, around then. And I really had to pray. And I asked God, because I was I know that my fat deposits are in my stomach. That's just my genetics. There are people who, when they eat a lot, it goes to their behind or their hips or their thighs or whatever. But for me, it goes to my stomach. So I had to pray, and I was asking God, you're the one who created me. Can't you just shift them and give me a figure, because I'm like this? Give me a figure. And God answered my prayers. But the way He answered is that I went on a fast. I actually went on dry fasting for 2 times. I don't recommend that you do this a lot, because it's hard. And if God has not called you to it, please don't do it. So at my church at the time, they were dry fasting. And so they used to fast normally, the usual 6 to 6. And then from Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we do a dry fast. And so from Wednesday in the morning, and that's probably Tuesday night, because you only had supper. Don't wake up early to eat. No, we didn't used to do that. So from Tuesday, night after you had your supper, you would eat on Saturday in the evening. And you wouldn't drink anything. Not water, nothing. It was dry fasting. And I remember that thing, I think it did something to my body that was just so crazy that it reprogrammed it. And yeah, I still do get a little bit of belly fat, I can see it, but I don't think it's as stubborn as it was before, because I used to see it through the clothes. Even when you sit down, you have these lines, you have these tires, I used to call them tiles. So you have this like a whole roll in your midsection. So I'm not telling you to fast. I'm telling you what worked for me because I ran. I had ran for 100 days. It was not going anywhere. It was not working. But when I did that, Kwanzaa, I lost so much weight. I think I just started to gain it back. Like right now, I just saw myself and I was like, oh my God, I'm starting to gain that weight back. But it's been a really long time. And so I just wanted to say, God, I don't think God cares about don't think that something is trivial. Let's say even it's your nails. Don't think that it's too trivial. He's the one who created you. So if you're struggling with your hair, just pray. God cares about that. I know it looks like it's so much, it's so like vitoza dunia, it's so sijui what. Pray about it. God helps people, because I was like, and right now I'm praying for my skin. Because I don't know if you've ever seen it. I have something. You can see this. This is not like, these are not even stretch marks. This is just, it's a condition, it's a thing. And so I'm also praying about that. I was not born like this. And I don't even know what it is, but I think it's a thing. And I've had it for a long time. But, I'm praying also about that. So, I just want to encourage you, if you have struggled with something and it's not working, whether it's something with your genetics, maybe your genetics, generally you don't have dense hair and you want more hair, ask God to give you hair. Me, I believe if He did it for me with my body, which of course I need to work out, and I'm going to start soon to maintain that. And you need to eat well, and you need to probably control how you intake things. But for me, I like sugar. I won't lie, and probably that's why I was packing on all that weight over here. I love carbs. Like if there's something I feel like, but it's also because maybe I'm Kikuyu. We love carbs. We love okay, I don't like waru, but I like chips. I like waru chips. But I like sugary things, Probably that's why I have so many cavities. But, which I also take care of my teeth a lot. Like I brush. I'm very religious about that. I don't go to sleep. I don't even take naps without brushing my teeth because I know that's gonna be a problem. But anyway, I'm not very good with that during the day, but I try during the night. So yeah, pray about it. If something is stubborn and you feel like it would help you to be better when you are experiencing your life on this earth, when you go to heaven, you won't have this body. So pray about it. God is going to bless you with it. I'm encouraging you. Yeah. So I still don't have a big behind like I was praying to God to give me, but at least He dealt with the stomach thing. But they say that your glute muscles are the biggest muscles in your body. So if you can grow any muscle, then maybe I just need to grow my glutes. Yeah. I don't even think they have BBLs in Kenya, but that has never been an option. But I think it can work out. Yeah, I think it's possible. I've talked too much. So see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.